Yeah, hi there. These comments are for RL, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at Stealth, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And you're also one of my students at California State University, San Bernardino. And let's listen to your practice test. So I apologize. You said you sent the homework on Monday afternoon. Yeah, I apologize. I didn't get it. Or maybe I got it and I didn't know your name. That could have been another thing. So, first of all, the qq.com email, I would go to the csusb.edu email. That QQ email, I don't know why, but I have a lot of trouble with that particular email. So, I think while you're in the United States, it's probably a good idea for you to change your email address and use the one that California State University, San Bernardino has set up for you. All right, so let's listen to what you have to say.
From reading passage and listening passage, we know that the energy technology should be monitored carefully. The reading passage says because of the International Atomic Energy Agency, safeguards have serious short.
Okay, so you want to work on your pausing. Now, what does that mean? It means after about every 4 or 5 stressed syllables, you have to have a pause. Now, if it's not the last thought group in the idea, your tone has to rise a little bit. Now, you're not doing that. And it's very difficult to understand what you're saying, so you probably need to slow down a little bit. And go over to my lessons. It's Speak Clearly lessons in the pronunciation area of my course. Speak Clearly lessons number 41 through 44, which will go over the rules regarding thought groups and blending. And that will make you a little bit easier to understand.
Because of the International Atomic Energy Agency, safeguards have serious.
You want to say agency, not agents. So you're leaving out that last syllable.
Serious shortcomings, divergence of nuclear material. The example in listening passage explains.
No, I would say one thing you didn't say about the reading is the International Atomic Energy Agency. They have difficulties determining what countries are doing with the enriched uranium that they have. Are the countries using it for weapons? Or are they using it to produce energy? That is the difficulty that this agency is having.
This type of energy technology. First is a death from accident. There are 30 people were killed and over 200 people were treated. Second is a fallout from explosion was far-reaching. Third is influence people health. After this accident, people died because of cancer. Fourth is Russia used more than 3 times the economic benefit occurred in about 40 years.
So what you're trying to say at the end, you didn't completely say, but what it was saying is any benefits, they're saying that the disaster was so costly, it was more expensive than all the money that they've generated from the nuclear energy from the 1950s all the way to the 1990s. That's how much money it cost Russia, this one nuclear disaster. All right, anyway, let's take a look at your score now. Okay, delivery, not good. You're not speaking very clearly. So it is hard for me to understand what you're saying. So that's one reason I'm going to score you in the 2 range. Language use, as far as I can tell, you have pretty good control of your grammar and your vocabulary. However, sometimes you might be leaving out some of those grammatical word endings like S's or EDs. So you have to be careful about that. Now, topic development. Let me go back to the beginning of your speech one more time. I want to listen for something. I want to see how you framed your speech in the beginning.
From reading passage and listening passage, we know that the energy technology should be monitored carefully. The reading passage says.
I would say you're getting there. But if you said this, you might say the reading passage discusses the dangers of nuclear energy. and the listening passage gives an example of one of those dangers. More or less. The lecture is kind of like an example of what can happen with nuclear energy if it doesn't go correctly. But like you said, it's not bad also. You're talking about the monitoring of it. All right, let's go back to the rubrics. So probably your biggest issue right now, to be honest with you, is your pronunciation. You want to make more improvements in that area. So I would recommend keep focused on the pronunciation area in my course. This is going to be very, very important for you. So go through all those lessons. There's 48 different lessons. It helps you with the consonant, the vowel sounds. I have lessons on grammatical word endings and syllable division. You have trouble with that. I also have lessons on word stress, sentence rhythm, intonation, and thought groups and blending. So as you go through those lessons, read out loud with me as I teach you the information in those videos. Okay, your score here, I'm going to put you at about 2.16 out of 4, or 17 points out of 30 on this one. So particularly in the next speech, I want you to slow down a little bit and go through my lessons, my pronunciation lessons 41 through 44. It tells you about thought groups and blending, so go through those lessons a few times and then try to learn try to apply what you learned in those lessons to your next practice test. All right, now for the purposes of our class, 2.16, let's check out your score here. The score I'm going to put into in-grade so 2.16, 75% on this practice test. All right, anyway, thank you very much.